Hey, how's it going? Today is 29th of October, Tuesday, and we're gonna be taking a look at the market, what kind of opportunities we can find. In today's video, there's a lot of articles. Perhaps we can only take a look at three different governments. We're gonna be taking a look at, there might be more involved, but in particular, we're gonna be taking a look at military expenditure and potential budget allocated for military expenditure. We're gonna begin by taking a look at the UK, and we can take a look at just one program. From there, we can progress to Poland, and maybe we can take a look at one program. And for last government, we're gonna be taking a look at Lithuania, and we're gonna be taking a look at one program. Well, it's something that we can do within span of 10 minutes, perhaps just over 10 minutes. But anyway, let's begin. First, we can take a look at UK. That Labour is backing away from 2.5% defense spending pledge. It haven't been confirmed. Most likely, it's going to be announced very soon within the budget, and there might be how better use that money, as well as there might be different structure in place when it comes to manufacturing and or joint ventures, where some of the cost might be coming from different governments. Some of them might be more people chipping in some of those programs, right? So that's my own understanding what government should consider, where that money would come from, right? Since we're going to be taking a look at one of the programs, have to be a labor cuts 160 million from Next Generation Fighter Jet program amid concerns over future. Let's take a look at this particular program and let's try to understand some of the reasoning behind it, right? Let's try to understand it. That would the minister have accused of cutting the area of Next Generation Fighter program by 10%. 10% is something that most likely a lot of car manufacturers in Germany is planning to do, but I don't think that's been confirmed as well. But that might be a plan going forward in Germany, and maybe some other governments on leadership. So taking a look at so running like a business, I guess, government, right? Or when it comes to advisors, they might be taking a look at how to do more with potentially saving some of that cost, right? The Ministry of Defense has confirmed 160 million less than expected will be spent on Tempest project amid wider fears about its future. It comes after Labour was accused of downgrading its pre-election commitment to increase military spending to 2.5% of GDP as soon as possible. There might be some names, let's skip all these names, it's not something that we are looking to understand as of now. In writing to Parliament, answer the let's skip names, Armed Forces Minister admit that the actual level of funding has been reduced to 1.3 billion. Okay, and there's a lot of names, all those kind of things, right? And 1.3 billion is a lot of money, by the way. It's a lot of money. I don't know if they can do it with less, if they need more partners, if they need more governments getting involved into this program and having access to some of the technology. I don't know. I don't know what would be the best way to do it, but 1.4 close to 1.5 billion of pounds are a lot of money, right? Let's progress. Let's take a look at the next article, right? Next article, we can take a look at Poland and its expenditure at NATO. That really Poland's lead NATO on defense spend, but cannot afford it, right? It's very hard to match how much other governments are looking to spend, right? In Central Europe, that really Poland defense spend is rising to 4.7%, which might be a lot, but the way how Poland would structure some of the contracts, I think they're doing it a very, very smart way. We can take a look in just a second who they're partnering with to deliver one example, right? And how we're structuring some of those contracts, right? When it comes to its expenditure and how it's been done, right? There's a lot of initiatives that Poland is doing that not necessarily I would agree on, but perhaps when it comes to defense, we need to have all kind of different equipment available, right? But in this case, we're just gonna be taking a look at just one example, right? That would be Poland and South Korea closes the deal on producing K2 tanks in Poland. So the contract would be that Poland most likely would purchase intellectual property to build some of that equipment in Poland. Perhaps if they would exercise, even have opportunity to sell some of that equipment that will be manufacturing in Poland to other governments, if those governments might be interested in, right? So perhaps that would make expenditure, military expenditure, we can rephrase it, military investment. So it's completely different structure than if they would manufacture, let's say, 100 units, and they would sell 50 units, and then would be just investment. So to say, or perhaps they might be interested in selling some of that equipment later within 10 years, right? Even then, it's expenditure. Or investment, right? Anyway, let's progress. Let's take a look at what Lithuania is doing, right? Something that was published 1 day ago, that will be Lithuania election winner pledge at least 3.5% of GDP for defense. I don't know that much. Perhaps I should pay a little bit more attention since there's a lot of articles that were sent to me. What Lithuania is doing. Well, I thought we can take a look at an approach from different directions. Since we were taking a look at aviation, that would be okay. We were taking a look at tanks, that would be Poland. We can take a look at IT and all human resources, right? When it comes to professionals and sourcing some of those professionals, where in Lithuania, when it comes to sourcing professionals, there's potentially bonuses, proposed initiative that would be looking to attract a lot of IT professionals, perhaps 500 new workers. Nothing is set as of now. The company, which already employs around 50 people and produces windows for U.S. market, is planning to expand. I mean, its demand will need to recruit some of 500 new workers, as well as most likely we're going to be taking a look at a number of IT professionals, project the calculations. There's a lot of names, all this kind of things. So IT might be a lot of sticking point for Lithuania in the future. And they're saying it's Windows. If they're saying it's Windows, it's most likely Windows, right? And we can take a look at what Germany is doing when it comes to offering skill visas. So that would be Germany is to offer 90,000 skill visas for Indians each year amid crisis. Since India and Canada put their relationships on hold for now, Germany have stepped in to offer skill visas to attract more talent from 20,000 previously. We're most likely going to be taking a look at how to attract, increase that number from 20 to 90,000. And IT, just one of those areas, perhaps engineering specialists and scientists. Overall, I would define it as STEAM subjects, and would be very important to have that personnel when it comes to manufacturing, since Germany as of now, would have a lot of contracts, including contracts with Lithuania. So potentially Germany would offer skill visas where they won't need to pay upfront. They would just offer skill visas compared to Lithuania, where Lithuania is considering paying 6,000 bonuses to attract a lot of talented individuals, and Germany would manufacture that equipment and sell to Lithuania. Which is great, I guess. Let's close that. Thanks for watching. See you next one.